A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on second down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. What a gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Now Ryan on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, it's Patterson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Now Ryan. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. Ryan. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Flushed out right. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you do.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
It's second and inches at the 27-yard line.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up second and 2 at the 17.
To throw again on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play.
Falcons 14.
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 75 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Dobbins. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Touchdown! Complete at the 1. Marquise Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off.
Hey, that
with 6
YouTube
points.
defense doesn't work, my boy. You gotta be good to run the YouTube shit.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
It's the score. Ravens 28, Falcons 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 10, Ryan. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First down. First and 10.
Play action. It's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. So 4 plays, Charles, all passes here on the opening drive and already in the red zone.
And even if you're planning for them to throw the football a lot, on the opening drive, if they go 4 for 4 on you, you're off balance on defense. I've been there before. And part of you keeps thinking, they've got to run it at some point, right? They've got them really mixed up at this point. If I were them, I'd keep pressing the advantage. They're throwing it really well.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pete Carroll throwing down near the goal line and it not turning out well. I think we've seen that before.
Feels like a flashback, doesn't it? You go back to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, and everybody expected them to run the ball, and they didn't throw it. Crucial interception that ended the game essentially for them. I think everyone thinks they're going to run it every single time now. That's just not going to be the case.
Here it's a costly fumble.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And Murray gets this into the hands of Edmonds. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Flush to his right. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Throwing again, Murray. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Murray going to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with a touchdown throw to DeAndre Hopkins as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
At their own 7-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. First carry for James Conner. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Daniels on the return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A huge play there for Arizona. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Another try after the first down sack. Murray flushed out right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. To throw is Murray. The catch made by Hopkins. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Murray staying put for now. He'll go for it on fourth down. Murray and company going for it on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing now is Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jordan Brooks able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Play fake. Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Murray now on 1st down. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Sliding out of the pocket. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. This is Carson. And he's got this down to the 35. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Pass incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Murray throwing quickly out to Green. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd down and 3. On play action, it's Murray. And he'll just get rid of it. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Right back to Conner here on 1st. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Murray a give. This is Conner. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. On the handoff, Conner. And just nowhere to go for Conner. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get your reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Prater's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Throwing now is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Second down at 4. Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson going to throw for it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So there's one big play followed by the timeout as we're under 10 seconds to go. And now how do you play it offensively? We'll find out. Now Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And he is in for 2 points. And barring some hijinks on the kickoff, we're going to be headed to overtime. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Daniels on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's a handoff to Connor. A first down for Connor and then some. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. This is Connor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First throw of overtime for Murray. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
on 1st and 10 is Connor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Now with 1st and 10 at the 11. Connor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown. Finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The 2 straight incompletions, and now you got a situation. You're down 3, so obviously you have 2 more downs to pick up the first. Back to the air on 3rd, I assume.
I would assume, but you also have to think to yourself, they got to pick up a first, right? They know they're down 3. They have to match, otherwise this game is over. Maybe they approach it as 2 downs to pick up the first down. If you decide to run a draw or some type of a screen, something to try and pick up yardage and make it a manageable 4th down, that could be the call coming.
He lets it fly for Lockett, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all